This is the second chapter, or this is part 2 of Second Peter, the book of Second Peter, or the letter of Second Peter. I want you to listen to me clearly, my brothers and my sisters. There were many false prophets and teachers too in those days. Just as there will be false teachers and false prophets among you. Listen to me. There were false prophets and there were false teachers too in those days. Just as there will be false teachers and false prophets among you. These false teachers and these false prophets, they will clearly tell their lies about God, turning against even their master who bought them. But theirs will be a swift and terrible end. Many will follow their evil teachings. And these evil teachings are saying that there is nothing wrong with sexual sin. And because of them, Jesus Christ and his way will be scoffed at because of their evil teaching. Listen to me. These teachers and these prophets, in their greed for money, in their greed after money, they will tell you anything to get a hold of your money. But God condemned them long ago, and their destruction is on the way. For God, he did not even spare the angels who have sinned, but he threw them into hell, and he chained them in gloomy caves of darkness until the judgment day. And God, he did not spare any of the people who lived in ancient times before the flood, except Noah. He was the one man who spoke up for God and his family of 7. At that time, God completely destroyed the whole world of ungodly men with a vast flood. And later, God turned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into heaps of ashes, and he blotted them out. He blotted them off the face of the earth. And he made an example. God made an example for all the ungodly in the future to look back upon and to fear. Listen to me, my brothers and my sisters. God wants ungodly people. God wants ungodly people. God wants false teachers and false prophets to look back to the example that he made in the past. He wants those people to look back to what God did and how he brought judgment and punishment. And God wants them to fear. God wants you, my brother and my sister, to also look back on those things and to fear. But at the same time, the Lord rescued Lot out of Sodom because he was a good man. Lot was rescued. Lot was saved because he was a good man. And he was sick of the terrible wickedness that he saw everywhere around him day after day. So, also the Lord can rescue you and me from the temptations that surround us and continue to punish the ungodly until the day of final judgment comes. God, my friends, God is especially hard on those who follow their own evil, lustful thoughts. And God is especially hard on those who are proud and willful and stubborn. God is especially hard on those who are even daring to scoff at the glorious ones, which are the angels of God, without so much as trembling. There are many, listen to me, my brothers and my sisters, there are many people who are scoffing, and in their hardness and in their evil minds and thoughts, they are not even trembling, they are not even fearing. I want you to listen to me. Although the angels in heaven who stand in the very presence of the Lord and are far greater in power and strength than these false teachers and false prophets, not even they spoke out in disrespect or disrespectfully against these evil mighty ones. But these false teachers and these false prophets, they are fools, and they are no better than animals. These false teachers and these false prophets that I am talking about, they do whatever they feel like. They are born only to be caught and to be killed. These false prophets and these false teachers, they laugh at the terrifying powers of the underworld, which they know so little about, and they will be destroyed along with all the demons and the powers of hell. My friends, this is the play that these false teachers and these false prophets will have for their sin. For they live in evil pleasures day after day. They are a disgrace, and they are a stain among you. They are deceiving you by living in foul sin. And they are doing it on the side while they join your love feasts as though they were honest men. There is no woman that can escape their sinful stare, because there are so much lust and lustfulness in their eyes that comes from their evil hearts. There is no woman that can escape their sinful stare and of adultery. My friends, listen to me. These evil prophets and these evil teachers, they never get enough of adultery. They never get enough of adultery. They make a game of luring unstable women. They train themselves to be greedy. And these men are doomed and they are cursed. These men and these women, they have gone off the road and they have become lost like Balaam, the son of Beor, who fell in love with the money. And the money that he thought that he could get or would get, he loved that money by doing wrong things, by prophesying wrong, by preaching wrong. But listen to me, good friends.
Yes.
Balaam was stopped. Balaam was stopped from his mad course when his donkey spoke to him with a human voice, scolding and rebuking him. I'm telling you, these false prophets and these false teachers, they are as useless as dried up springs of water. They are promising much, but they are delivering nothing. They themselves are as unstable as clouds driven by the storm winds. These men are doomed to the eternal pits of darkness. These men, they proudly boast about their sins and their conquests, and using lust as their bait, they lure back into sin those who have just escaped from such wicked living. My good friends, you are not saved by being good, they say. So you might as well be bad. And then they say, you can do what you like. You are free and you can be free. Because it is not about being good or good works, they say. You are saved by faith. But listen to me. These very teachers and prophets who offer this freedom from law are themselves slaves to sin and destruction. For a man is a slave to whatever controls him. And when a person has escaped from the wicked ways of the world by learning about the Lord and Jesus Christ, and then again gets tangled up with sin and becomes its slave again, he is then worse off than he was before. So I'm telling you, it would be better if that person had never known about Jesus Christ at all than to learn of him and then afterwards turn his back on the holy commands that were given to him. There is an old saying, a dog comes back to what he has vomited, and the pig is washed only to come back and wallow in the mud again. Listen to me, there's an old saying that says a dog comes back to what he has vomited. And the pig that was washed only comes back to roll in the dirty mud again. That is the way it is with those who turn again to their sin.